Hello! So, we have Pixar's latest, and that is Finding Dory, directed by Andrew Stanton. You've already done quite a few Pixar movies. A Bug's Life, Finding Nemo, Wall-E, which I adore, and in my opinion, a very underrated film, and that is John Carter. He also directed John Carter, and I do personally think it's a very underrated film. Now, I'm going to admit this, but I've never seen Finding Nemo, and it's one of two Pixar movies that I've actually not seen, the other being Brave. All I practically know from the original movie is that there's a fish called Nemo, and they're trying to find him. That's pretty much it. As usual, when it comes to Pixar, I found myself really enjoying this movie. The animation is beautiful. I've always loved the animation in the Pixar films. And the voice talent is also very good in this film. Ellen DeGeneres, who voices the lead fish, Dory, who is a regal blue tang. She has problems with her memory. She has trouble remembering things. And I fancy Ellen DeGeneres really brought this character, Dory, alive. I also really liked Ed O'Neill, who voiced the octopus in this film. An octopus that can camouflage. His name is Hank, and he's an octopus, but with only 7 tentacles. But I liked what they did with the camouflage with this character. I thought it was pretty cool, and it was a neat trick that they used quite a bit through the film. And there were quite a few scenes where they play around with this camouflage trick that he has, and they were really quite funny, and I really liked what they did with that trick. And I think the scenes with Hank were probably my favourite and most funny for me. You know, they were scenes that were really imaginative and a lot of fun and very creative. So I think, yeah, it was those scenes with Hank that I probably enjoyed the most. This is quite a funny film. I found myself really enjoying this, but I also found myself laughing quite a bit. And, you know, especially with some of the scenes that includes a whale. I think it's called a beluga whale, and his name is Bailey. It's a type of whale that can detect things. I think it's eco something. I can't actually quite remember what the name is, but it's got this sort of bulbous sort of head, and it's got this sort of gift where it can detect things, like a radar. A lot of the scenes with this whale that requires it to use that gift of his, I found quite funny, and I really enjoyed those few scenes. But like most other Pixar films, this film, you know, has a classic sort of Pixar humour, where there's comedy for a younger audience, but it's also that blend of adult humour mixed in there that only adults, obviously, would understand. You know, it's a very smart sort of humour. I also found that this film never really stopped. It's a very fast-paced movie. And it also has some really nice somber moments as well that really help give this film a lot of heart. I found myself really emotionally invested into all these characters. My only real gripe with Finding Dory is that there was nothing really in it that was original. It lacked originality. But this is still, I still found it a really enjoyable movie with humour, warmth, and charm. And the film did have a really big heart, and it had the right balance of everything with just the right pace. And I'm not going to lie to you, there were moments in it, I'm going to admit this, and I'm going back to those somber moments that I mentioned. There was those moments that I actually thought, I almost felt a tear form. It did kind of pull on the heartstrings a little bit. Like, it wasn't really, it wasn't highly emotional, but, and it's not going to, leave you an emotional wreck, but, it does kind of pluck at those heartstrings a little bit. I really enjoyed Finding Dory more than I actually thought that I would. It has something for everyone. I think people of all ages are going to enjoy this. It's funny with a lot of warmth and heart, and it's very thought-provoking as well. Very thought-provoking. I'll be giving Finding Dory an A. Now I really want to watch Finding Nemo. So, yeah, I did really enjoy this film, so I highly recommend it. Thank you again, everyone, for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you like what you see, please hit subscribe, and please feel free to leave a comment below. there is a bit of a delay with the films that I planned on seeing. I planned on seeing Don't Breathe this week, but I haven't managed to squeeze it in. I am sorry. I did promise out this week, but I'm not actually going to be able to see Don't Breathe now until early next week. So I'll be bringing you a review for that very, very early next week. My next video should be an unboxing, actually. I think it's on the way. It's the next Z-Box, and it's a Marvel-themed Z-Box. So, you know, it's going to contain things that obviously relate to Marvel. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to bringing you that unboxing. Thanks again for watching, and I'll be seeing you all soon.